me start with some of the tea leaves. We're going to go through a couple oracles, and then I have the 5th Spirit Tarot, and we'll clarify things with that. First, we have Torch, which is spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. And that also comes with the most difficult part of the situation is over, the rainbow. So really who I'm talking to, I know there's been a difficulty that you've gone through, and the spiritual aspects, the connecting to your gifts, I'm hearing third eye, opening it up, and being able to just feel more of that divine energy within you, and knowing that you're connected to everything in the universe is a very huge part of the healing. Now, some of you have not reached this healing point. You're still in the pain point. So this is to let you know this is kind of the path and where it leads. Now, we also had Rose, which is romances in the air. And what this came out as, this had to do with, there was something very painful in the heart. It came out with needle and thread, a sincere wish is granted. And what, I'll try and get these in focus for you. This has the needle and thread. And this is, you know, if you almost think about the 3 of Swords card, how the heart's torn apart. For me, there was some major heartache in life, and it's being stitched together, and it's just this golden thread, and it's through the spiritual practice, it's through the meditation. Some of you, it may be through doing yoga. There's various different ways that you found to really stitch the heart back together again. And for those of you who are still in the heartache, it can be stitched back together again. We may get some advice from the cards on how to do that. Now, some of you are also comforting someone who has gone through a divorce, a breakup, or I just heard, if it's not you who's having, like, someone in the family, there's conflict within the family, and I'm thinking, like, you know, a parent is really being problematic about a child that's already moved out of the house. So you may have that situation going on, or this may be someone you know who, like I just heard, the in-law from you know where, that is causing a lot of conflict in the heart space of relationships. But there is a way to find, you know, like that higher guidance to not only mend the wound, but to navigate and get through so it is no longer a difficult situation. Now, I do have the animal, I can't remember the name of anything. I'm staying up all through the night to do this. Animal Spirit Pocket Oracle here. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have Snake, Time to Heal. So I'm really getting a feeling some of you are coming in here to this reading with the pain, or with a companion, a friend, someone you care very much about who is going through the pain. And it is time for the healing to start, and the healing will happen. You know, it is beginning. Okay, I'm being told not to take the cards underneath, but to keep this out. I'm going to go straight into, am I going into the tarot, or do we need one more card from here? Yes, we do. Obviously, that came out really quick. Okay, and the card, of course, that came out, Crow Spirit, is co-create with Spirit. So what's going on is, it definitely is something you're not going to be able to figure this out on a mental level of justifying it, and it really needs to come in the heart space. The spirit needs to be filled with, the heart needs to be filled with spirit for this to work, for that healing to take place. And let's see what, okay, I'm going to pull some of these cards out, and oh gosh, Okay, I think, wow, they're coming out, and there's something very strange in how the cards are coming out. So wherever this spiritual healing part, it may just jump out of nowhere, or you might be going in one direction and you think you're going somewhere and you end up someplace else, but it's the right place. So that's something just in the way these cards are coming out. Let me see, the first one that came out, it's the Knight of Pentacles. And it is a slow-moving process, but I'm being told, like, you know, what are you carrying? You know, even if there's been an injury, you can still walk, you can still make it forward, you can still keep going ahead. It may not be at the fastest pace, but take with you only what you really care about. And there's something in the message about being mindful of what you choose to carry and what you choose to let go of. And that, like, it not just, for some of you, there's things around the house or your home that it's like you need to clear them away because they're just really negative reminders of stuff. There's no highest good value in those items. They're just, you know, sending you backwards to a bad place, seeing them. So that's some of the things that may need to change. And of course, what we carry mentally and spiritually always matters too. Okay. Now we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. And I'm just going to turn it right side up so you can see. And we have the nest here. And it's like, what pearls were stolen? And what I'm seeing is like, this is in reverse. I don't know how clear a picture. You can see, it's almost like, what I'm getting from this is like certain gifts about who you are were buried or just not utilized or not welcome in a certain situation, but you're being freed up now to be in a space where you can reclaim those jewels, those pearls of who you are. And again, a lot of this has to do with home. So I can't guess what everyone's situation is, but this may relate. Use your intuition, take what feels right for you. But there is something about reclaiming those. You know, no one can ever steal what is really your spiritual treasure inside of you. You always have that. It's just a matter of tapping back into that. And then we have the Knight of Wands, and we have it facing you in reverse. So this, I really am, with this, I just heard that there's no more arguing about this. There's no more fighting about this. It's just putting the war to rest and being like, no one lost, no one won. It just ended. That's all that matters, is that the war ended, and it was not, you can't win. No one wins in a war. Everybody loses. It's kind of that kind of a thing. But you've been through a battle, and there's a lot to heal, and I get that. And it's a strong message to remind you to come back to knowing what you have is still within you. Like, whoever this battle was with, they did not get away with stealing your spiritual treasures. Okay? I feel like we need another card from somewhere. I kind of had this deck. Let me just get this out. We'll get one more oracle card to close out the reading. And then I did see orphaned at the bottom. So for some of you, I mean, this is a romantic breakup, okay? And there's no getting back together on this one. If that's the situation that you're dealing with, this needs to be put in the past. And it hurt, but there's no going back to this one. What do we have here? Between worlds. And I think that's really what it is. It's just, there's times where you feel you're still in that old world of pain. There's going to be times where you feel you're stepping into this new, brighter time of your life. And it's going to be a back and forth for a while. Okay? But be patient with yourself. And know that eventually, you know, this is the direction you're going in. And this past, this can be left behind. Look at how the flamingo is walking out of this gray, painful place. Okay? That's the process. Where exactly you are in this process, if the heart was just broken, if you're in the mending, or if, you know, you're in the future. And for those of you who have someone near to you, it's definitely be as supportive as you can. Remind them of their gifts. Invite them to places that remind them of where they used to find joy before this whole whatever King of Wands war thing happened. And at the bottom of the deck, that's it. Time to go. It is time to go and move on to this better place and get out of this heartache and pain. So that's, I think, as much as we really need to know on that one. I'll be repeating myself if I continue. If you like the video, let me know in the comments. Give it a like. If you feel it's a message that you want to have somebody else see, that it'll maybe resonate with, feel free to share that. Share the video. And if you enjoyed the reading, of course, I'm supposed to ask in these things. I feel so weird asking for the hey, subscribe, you know it, and click the notification bell. But only if you feel called to and you enjoyed this reading. It'll also let me know if these full moon readings are something that is being helpful for others. So your likes, comments, and shares and subscribes definitely give me the information that this is something to keep pursuing. I'll be doing them on the full moon. I'll sit up all night on the full moon and then record them, and they'll be posted over the next 2 weeks. They are timeless readings. Whenever you catch them, you catch them. This one is being done with the full moon in Scorpio, if that means anything to you. On the new moon, I'll also sit up all night and do the new moon readings and then have those posted over the next 2 weeks. Alongside, there'll also be the pick a card readings that I've had up for a while now. So I just want you to know, whatever that pain is in here, you're going to gradually be replacing it with just this beautiful sense of spirit and love, you know, and the love from spirit is always the highest form of love, and it's that love that never betrays us. Take care, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video.